Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. How many people remember HydroBlox? Do you remember this product? So what, about a year ago or so, this product came out on the market. I actually met the man that invented this, and he's the owner of it. He came down to Orlando. We had a small interview while he was here. And of course, he wanted me to sell this product and install it. We tried this out here in the yard, at the shop, to see how well it worked. And what we found, number one, is it's just like fabric. In other words, the sand and silt, remember, we're in the harshest environment underground in the country. We have groundwater that's so high and it rains all the time. That sand packed, just like it packs against that fabric, packed up against this and wouldn't allow the water in there fast enough. It still works, just like fabric. Fabric still works, but it slows it down to the point that it's very slow. You still end up with a lot of water in the yard. I talked a little bit about putting this on ball fields as a strip drain. We talked about possibly using this on railroad, like the cross ties, because it is very strong in this position, just like an I-beam, a piece of wood. It's very strong like this, but didn't really work out. Haven't heard anything from HydroBlox in over a year. But what else can we do with this? What else can we do with this material? And I had talked to him when he was here on the interview about building a catch basin. I think this would work really great as a catch basin. It's a little bit heavy, but let's build a catch basin with this and see how well it works. And could we actually install this in one of our systems? I think that we can, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So here's some leftover material from when we tried this out here at the shop. And what we can do is we can actually cut this into a 9x9 catch basin and see if we can't put that together. So I brought out the torch because it melts. Remember, it's just plastic. And I already put a piece together. Let me show you that. So I already kind of welded a piece together, using the blowtorch. And it's pretty strong. I mean, I'm trying to break them apart. It's pretty strong stuff. But you know what? Remember I mentioned about the debris, the sand getting packed against it, just like fabric. Can you see that? See how tight that is? You can see the root system trying to grow into it. That water couldn't get through here fast enough. It still penetrates it, but just like fabric, no matter how many holes you punch in it, that's going to get stuck with sand or clay. It depends on what you've got. Okay. So we need two pieces that are actually 9-inch. So we'll give it a mark here, 9-inch. Same thing over here. Then we'll cut two pieces, 9-inch, which will be two sides of the basin. Let's do that. Then we can just transfer this measurement to another piece. Now we can just transfer that measurement. Let's cut that one. Okay, using that hole saw, we've made a you know, really nice opening, the outlet line of the catch basin. You could run PVC. This happens to be perforated, but you could run solid from there. We can also run the corrugated pipe. And the way I do this is put a slice in the pipe, pinch it together, and you can slide it right inside the opening. And it expands inside there, making it a very tight seal. But you know what? This is not supposed to be watertight. So there's a couple of applications there. Let's go ahead and put it down into the ground, see what it does. Okay, let's put this down in the ground and try it out. And there we have a catch basin made from the HydroBlox. We're going to go ahead and melt this together, and then we're going to drill some holes in here. We'll have a single outlet from this. We'll drill a 4-inch hole. We're actually going to set this down into a storm system and see how well it works. Okay, we've made a catch basin using the HydroBlox. You can see they've got a grate on the top, 9 by 9. This is not the perfect catch basin. I'm not trying to say that by any means, and I wouldn't recommend you try to make one. The point is that possibly there is some uses of HydroBlox. In other words, say that we put the HydroBlox in a catch basin. Now it's picking up water all 4 sides and the bottom. If we sent that down 24 inches, so we had a 24-inch catch basin and still just a 6 by 6, 9 by 9, or 12 by 12 lid, it will act just like a French drain. You don't need to do all the gravel and perforated pipe. You could do a series of catch basins and you have the best of both worlds, picking up subsurface water and surface water. Let's put this in the ground and see what it does. So let me say that one more time so that you understand why I'm building this catch basin. It's just an idea. You know, the idea is everything, necessity is the mother of invention, right? So we install these French drains, gravel, perforated pipe, easy flow, lots and lots of labor. Imagine that you had a mold, that someone came up with a mold, because this is built in a mold, it's injection molded. In other words, they have a hopper filled with PVC or polystyrene, little pellets. They melt it down and they pump it into the mold and they create this basin. And this works really good. But imagine if you could take this material, which is permeable, right? And pick up the groundwater with your catch basin. And then you've also got the grate on the top for surface water collection. You might be able to get rid of all of that labor putting in the gravel perforated pipe, surrounded by fabric if you want, but you'll get rid of that labor. And you could do 2 or 3 of these in a 20-foot section or a 50-foot section, whatever, in your low spots, and it could act the same way. And that's the point of the video. And that's the point of trying to create something that's permeable. We could put it down 24 inches, pick up all that groundwater without all the labor of having that giant French drain and all the destruction of your yard, all those things. What if this would work? Okay, like I said, imagine all the labor that could be saved by using a permeable catch basin that went down 2 feet. And water's coming through the sides, it's coming up through the bottom, and that we're also picking up the surface water at the same time. Eliminate the French drain. Putting these catch basins, you're strategically located, perhaps 10 feet apart, maybe 20 feet apart. It really depends on your application. But I understand groundwater. I've been doing this for so long. Give that water a place to go, and I promise you that it will go there. So even if we have a catch basin here and the next catch basin is 20 feet away, that water will migrate through pressure of the ground because there's a place for water to go. And then we can pipe it into the discharge, which runs to daylight. And yeah, guys, I know it's a Flintstone catch basin, but it's just the point of what I'm trying to make. So take a look at the groundwater and French drain videos that I've posted, and you'll understand the groundwater and how it works. Remember, French drains are designed to pick up subsurface water. As that water rises, it comes into the gravel perforated pipe or easy flow and is carried away to a discharge point. So Think about the foundation. I've showed you hundreds of foundations where they have problems. And we solve that by putting a French drain alongside the footer, because water comes up under the home and now it has a place to go. It can go over to the footer pipe and be carried away. These catch basins, this idea of using this permeable material, and remember this is HydroBlox, these are planks, and I just built the catch basin. But if they went down 2 feet, 18 inches, that's giving you the examples. Make them 24 inches wide, 18 inches, 12 inches, 9 inches, just like these. And they will give that groundwater a place to go. In addition, it's going to pick up surface water directly. So you might say, why doesn't HydroBlox work? Why aren't they the big thing on the market? The reason is because they don't have any fittings. You know, like I said, when I met that man from HydroBlox here in Orlando, I told him exactly this. If you made a catch basin out of this material, I think you would have a real moneymaker, and it would really change how people install French drains. So I'm just giving you the example. So just like any other installing the catch basin, we're going to make a connection from the catch basin to the discharge pipe, make your measurement, cut your pipe to length, and go ahead and install that. So remember what this video is all about. Could we put together a catch basin that acts as a French drain and get rid of all the labor of installing gravel, perforated pipe, tearing up the yard? If this system would work, it would change how we install French drains. I will actually use this basin in one of our upcoming jobs, putting it in the low spot and using it as a French drain. By placing the catch basin in the low spot of your yard, it will not only pick up that surface water, but it'll also collect the subsurface water. And that's the idea. We might be able to eliminate all the labor and all the work that is involved in installing a French drain. There's still the labor of installing the pipe between the basins, but you know what? It's the gravel that is labor intense on these jobs. So you can see the catch basin takes that water right away. It's been taking all that groundwater. Remember, we filled up that trench with water, took all of that. Let's put the grate on here. It's working really good. So surface water comes across, drops straight down into your system, and is carried away. What a great idea. Again, I'm not saying to build a catch basin yourself. I'm trying to explain that this could change how people install French drains, because now you've got both things. You've got immediate surface water runoff, that's here the garden hose going straight down into the basin, and you have that subsurface water. Remember, it was coming up through the bottom of the basin and the sides as it got higher and higher. If this went down deeper, it could solve the problem of having to put 20, 40, 50 feet of gravel, perforated pipe, or easy flow, and eliminate that. So again, this is the HydroBlox catch basin, and guys, it is super strong. If they made this into a mold, it would work so good. It could come in all sizes. It could come in 12 inch, 14 inch, come in 24 inch. It would be huge. And it may save having to put in gravel perforated pipe as your French drain. Again, once we give water a place to go, I promise you, it will go there. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day. I'm going to go ahead and reinforce it. Just heat it up a little bit more.